Now we're going to start worrying about code. So recall a couple of things. That when you did functions or data types or something like that, is that definitions can only happen once. And we can separate functions into different files. We can include related header files or other header files that we need information from, like string and IOStream, stuff like that. And then we'll do something similar with that in classes. So in our new setup for creating a class, number one, you can see the word class here. The name right after it, student, is going to literally be our new data type that you and I are creating. In this data type so far, it's just going to have a string name. Now notice we're going to have more in here. So that's what makes it a complex object with heterogeneous items in there. Is I could have an integer score or whatever we want, but that's the neat part about this. You'll also notice that we have a public section, and these are functions that are going to be able to call later on, and these are the prototypes that we talked about before. But then, as you'll see, outside of the closing squiggly brace, notice, by the way, the semicolon at the end there, we can go ahead and define our function of getName that we just talked about right there. So here's the real meat and potatoes of the actual function. Now, the other nice part about it is that we can separate our functions into another separate file and list all of our functions there. This would be our declaration of what's supposed to happen. And then another file, that .cpp file, is going to be the one that really houses all the functions within it. So notice the overall structure with this is trying to keep things simple with just a name, with just our public access modifiers here. We're going to have some private variables in there, which, by the way, notice name is not set to public or private, so what is it by default? Private. And then notice we have public, and everything that's listed under public is going to be public from there on out. So that's our overall setup so far for creating classes.